Hey everyone, and welcome. So, you're working with Python dictionaries, right? They're awesome. But what happens when you need to add something new to one? It's a super common task. In this explainer, we're going to break down the two main ways you can do just that. By the end, you'll know exactly which method to grab for any situation. Let's dive in. All right, here's the game plan. First, a super quick recap on what dictionaries are. Then we'll jump into our two main methods, index assignment and the update method. After that, we'll figure out which one to use and when. And finally, we'll wrap up with the key things you absolutely need to remember. Simple enough, right?
Okay, first up, a quick refresher on Python dictionaries.
So what are we talking about when we say dictionary? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a real-life dictionary. You've got a word, that's your key, and you look it up to find its definition. That's your value. It's that simple. A key maps to a value. And the most important thing to remember, dictionaries are mutable. That's just a fancy word that means they're changeable. You can add things, take things away, and update them whenever you want. Okay, let's get to it. Our first method is what I like to call the direct approach, index assignment. This is probably the most straightforward way to add something to a dictionary. All you do is use a new key inside those square brackets, you know the ones, and then just assign a value to it with an equal sign. That's it. It's super clean and really simple.
Let's look at an example, because that always helps. Imagine we have this dictionary here, this dict, with a brand and a year. Now, say we want to add its color. We just type this dict, then in square brackets, the new key, color, and set it equal to red. Bam, done. If you were to print the dictionary now, you'd see that color red pair sitting right in there.
So why would you use this one? Well, its biggest strength is just how simple and intuitive it is. I mean, think about it. The way you add an item is the exact same way you'd access an item that's already in there. That makes your code incredibly easy to read. It is absolutely perfect for when you just need to pop in one new item.
Okay, so index assignment is awesome for adding things one by one. But what if you need to add a bunch of items all at once? Well, for that, we've got a more powerful tool in our belt, the update method.
The update method is like a bulk upload for your dictionary. Its whole purpose is to let you add multiple items in one go. You can give it a whole other dictionary or even a list of key value pairs, and it'll just merge everything right in. It's a real time saver.
Let's see how it looks. You start with your dictionary, this dict, then you call the method right on it, so .update, and inside the parentheses, you pass it what you want to add. Notice here, we're passing it another dictionary. See those curly braces? That contains our new color key. Python just takes that and merges it into our original dictionary.
So what are the big selling points for .update? First, it's super flexible. It doesn't just take dictionaries, it can handle other collections of key value pairs too. Second, and this is the main reason you'd use it, is for batch updates. You can add a whole list of items in one single command. So efficient. And third, it's pretty smart about handling keys that are already there. If you try to add a key that already exists, it won't crash. It'll update the value to the new one. Makes sense, right? All right, we've got two great options. So now comes the big question, right? Which one should you use? Let's break down the when and why for each.
Honestly, the choice is usually pretty clear. If you're just adding a single item, stick with index assignment, the square brackets. It's direct, it's clean, and everyone knows what it does just by looking at it. But the moment you need to add more than one thing, or maybe merge two dictionaries together, that's when you reach for .update. It's the powerhouse built for those bigger tasks.
All right, let's bring it all home. We've gone over a lot, so here's a quick recap of the most important things to remember.
Okay, here are your key takeaways. Number 1, for simple, one-off additions, use the square brackets. Easy. Number 2, for adding a bunch of items or merging dictionaries, .update is your best friend. Now, here's a really important one for both methods. They change the original dictionary. They don't create a new one. And last but not least, remember that if a key already exists, both of these methods will just overwrite the old value with the new one. No errors, just a simple replacement.
And there you have it. You've now got two fantastic tools in your Python toolkit for adding to dictionaries. You've got the simple, direct approach for one-off items and the powerful bulk method for bigger jobs. So the next time you're coding, take a second and think, which tool is the right one for this job? Thanks so much for joining me.